We are live. Now we are outside. We are outside. We are outside. We are outside. I know, I know, I know. People want to know how many hours left before the diversity visa lottery results to be out. Where I am right now, it is 7 a.m. Where I am right now. So I said, why can't I go outside? But today it's a little bit different because of chilly. That's why in this one, a little bit of hoodie. And you see, it has been raining most of the night. And this is where I live. This is my home. So I want to share some few things. The title today is Everything You Should Know Before You Go to Check the Results. The purpose of showing where I live is not a showing off at all. For any person who has been following me, you know how really I am, with who I am, how straightforward I am when I talk about the opportunities. I'm going to talk a little bit about the house, and I'm going to a little bit go into detail. My apologies. The problem is some people are calling me right now, so that's the problem. And I'm using my phone on this live stream. So, where I'm right now here, bought this. Okay, I bought this home in November, to be exactly November 22nd, 2017. That's when we finalized the deal. Moved here. We moved here. Originally, we lived in California and moved here. This home we bought for $57,000. The price of this home, the worth of this home at the moment is over $250,000. But how I was managed to buy one, because I had the opportunity to in the U.S. Navy. For that particular case, it made me be eligible for what we call a VA home loan. Loan means I don't need to pay the down payment. So that is. So for that particular case, that is one of the usual trained people, outlet people. If you want to save in the military, these are some of the advantages. So when we talk about ways you can be able to come on these countries and succeed, remember, that is one of the ways to be succeeding is have the opportunity to save in the military these kind of benefits. But also, I was able to do this one because I live in affordable states. So when I say everything you need to know, most of these homes or most of this neighborhood are in the small area. I live in a town which we call the small town. Small town in the sense that it takes about how many people in this town? About 22,000 people. That's the number of people who live around this area. So the homes are a little bit different from other places you'll be able to see. You see their neighborhood like you is separate homes in that particular way. That's how we live in that kind of area. But it depends on where you live. Do you live in a big town or small town? So before you go to check the results, I know you have things in your mind that when I win the green card lottery, I want to live in this particular state. Write to me right now, where do you want to live in case you win the green card lottery? I know sometimes where you want to go to live depends largely with the host, where your host is. But I usually tell people, try your best to find more than one person who is willing to host you. People from different areas. Like if you have one person maybe in New York, another person is in Ohio, another person is Texas. So in that particular case, you eliminate someone in New York, you consider Texas and Ohio. So, but if you have just one host and that host lives in San Francisco, that might be a problem. So that might be a problem in that particular way. Someone is just going to park the car over there. So that might be a problem. So you have to consider where you are going to live. So you have to find more than one person who is willing to host you. That means you'll be having some options. There is nothing like if I go and I stay in this, maybe San Francisco, I stay in Los Angeles, I'm going to stay in Chicago, Illinois, I'm going to stay in Boston, I'll be going to Boston Garden, wherever, to watch Celtics. Oh, I'm going to stay there in San Francisco, I'll be watching, I'm the fan of Golden State Warriors. Oh, I'm fan of LA, Lakers, or Clippers, whatever. It means nothing. You might be in these states and not afford to go to that game. For instance, the final, right now, Golden State is playing with the Warriors. Golden State is playing with the Lakers. One sec, because after leaving the home, so the Wi-Fi was connecting from my home up to here. So now it is just back to my phone. So those are the things you need to know. So don't go to the state just because you are a fan of a certain basketball team, or just because you hear more about Houston Rockets or whatever, you want to go there. No. Go to a place for a particular purpose. You come to the United States not to come to watch American baseball, not to come to watch American football, not to watch this kind of nonsense. You come here for a particular purpose to live your dream. And your dream is also reflected to your family. I don't know about you, but I believe no matter what, once you succeed, you have to help your family. You have to help your community. That's my belief. So for that particular case, you need to know where you are going. So these are the homes, neighborhood, which is a little bit affordable, but not that expensive. So don't go to the big states, big areas, just to mean that if I go to these areas, I'm going to be showing off to other people. So before you check the results, in case you find out you are the winner, not just because one person, boom, I'm going to host you, you just stop. You still have to find another person depending on the state. Depending on which state you are going to live. There are all those kind of things. Someone is watching from Pennsylvania, US. You did a good job, bro, Makulilo. That is not Navo. Thank you so much. Someone is in Brooklyn, New York. So this is what I'll try to, you have to find affordable places. We don't care about social media here much. If you have a nice car, everybody can have a nice car because it's alone. If you have a family and you buy a brand new car, most of the people with a brand new car is more than 60,000 and above. Is alone. And the speed of the car, if you come to this street where I walk here, this one is, we call 35 miles per hour. If it's a 30 mile to 40 miles per hour, that is over 60, 70 kilometers per hour. And if you go to the main road, highway or freeways they call, you are talking about 65, 70 miles per hour, 100 and 120 kilometers per hour. Who is just going to see? Who has a nice car? Is that Diamond, whatever, Platinums? Is that Davido? I don't care. What I care, am I able to pay my bills? Am I able to have a saving? Am I able to send money to my relatives at home? Am I able to invest in my home country? If you want to invest in my home country, am I able to do into retirement fund when I'm in America? How many people care? What kind of shoes do you wear? We don't care. This is what I'm wearing. This is how people go to work. Like I posted the picture a couple of days ago that it was the first time in the last 4 years to wear a tie. I don't have even the shirt, which have just like buttons here, because what time do I wear that kind of shirt? No, because most of the time we wear casual here. People are busy working, spending time with their family. Most of the time you'll be indoor. That's the most of the time. So I'm trying just to show the neighborhood so that you can be in the same place, same understanding. Morning. People are just going to do jogging. So depending, what do you prefer? What kind of life do you want is all on you. Do you want to come here just to stay in the apartment? Do you want to stay in the rent apartments for all these years? Or do you want to come here and just have what we call American dream? American dream is also involving owning a home. How do you quickly own a home in America? You were the developer winner. So if you're the developer winner, what does that mean? You have unlimited ways on how you can succeed. You come in the United States from day one, you have a green card. A green means go. It's a card which gives you a pathway to beyond American dream. I came here to teach Swahili language in America, 2008. I was so determined and I have every plan to succeed. See, I had every plan. Myself, I see myself as among the few people who quickly were able to succeed in America. But at the time I was coming to America, there are no YouTubers talking about these ways, about, oh, there is lottery, about there is this or this. But I had to learn everything on my own. I started a blog about scholarships, how to come to America, how to go to Europe. I started the blog in 2007. I was still a university student at the University of Dar es Salaam. I came here 2008, finished teaching Swahili for 1 year in West Virginia. Then I went to study my master's the second year. When I was in the second year, I got married, but I didn't apply green card right away. I came to apply later, my third year of marriage, whatever, second, whatever of marriage. But my point is, majority of us are taking at least the minimum. That is, if someone comes here very, very quick, we say 5 years to get a green card. But the majority go up to 10, 15 years without the green card. So you are winning the green card lottery from day one. Man, you do not know what you have won. It's a gold mine. It doesn't matter whether you have high school, whether you didn't finish high school, but you land in this country from day one with a green card. Even if you just decided to do the general labor job, 2 jobs, you make over $5,000 per month. 2 jobs. The house where I showed you I live, how much I pay per month as a mortgage, as the owner of the house. I pay $950 before utilities. But how do you gain? You are going to get the home very, very quick. Majority of immigrants delay to get the job, to get the home, because there is something called 1, credit score. You have to get a good credit very, very soon. We forget, and it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to build a good credit, because you might come here and use your debit card. You do not know about credit card. That is challenge number 1. So this house they were renting, but I was late. It's one of the houses I wanted to rent for new immigrants coming, but while I was traveling, they already took for some other people. So those are the things. People are delaying. We are delayed to know the credit score as immigrants. Now there are not many cars because it is Saturday. So people are delaying to start and succeed because they do not have credit score. What is the game of the credit score? You need someone. Myself, I didn't know about credit card and credit score operation for more than 3-4 years. Nobody told me. Then, apart from that, when you want to buy a house, you need to have a steady job. Then, apart from that, you need to have a down payment. Down payment is the amount you are going to pay before, like advance pay for your house. That is about $50,000, $40,000 cash, $20,000 depending on the price of the house. But in most cases, is about 20% of the worth of the home, the price of the home. That's a lot of money. Where do you get it? Oh, so for me, Because I was let to know about credit score, I had to go quicker. I chose the option like any other Americans. So this is how you do. Find the ways these white people in America are doing to win this game and copy and paste. So one of the ways people here are serving in the military. Why are they serving in the military? Not because, yes, they want to have that pride of the pride that I'm serving my country. I understand the patriotism. But there are so many benefits joining there. For instance, if you have green card, you are allowed to join. Once you join, you become a US citizen. Within 6 weeks, you can become a US citizen. I talked to one guy from Ghana. He arrived in America as a green card holder. Within 2 months, he got the card. He joined the Navy. Another one from Rwanda joined the Marines. So within a short time, the guy from Ghana arrived here within 8 weeks, joined the Navy, got the citizenship, sponsored the family. The family is here in the US. Less than 6 months. Those are the things we want people to do. Not just to come here and just hang out all the time. You just take a picture, you put on Instagram that you live in America. So what? Who cares living in America? If you live in America and you use the being here as just being proud and just as a tool to just discredit other people, it will backfire to you. This is just a place like any other place. Doesn't mean that anything is here. There are so many people in Africa are happier than the people who live in America, especially for us immigrants. You go to visit back in home, you see so many people, they have investment, they have piece of land, they have houses they own by cash. It might not be a lot like you, but here you get all the money and it's going back to the government through the taxes, going back to the utilities. You don't have investment. So please, 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 I don't want to see people are coming to the green card. You come here from day one with the green card and you just end up like this. No. Remember, if you come in America, let's say like Nana, you come in America from Ghana, you are not just representing your family, you are representing entire Africa. Your success is the success of Africa. Your failures is the failure for the Africa. That's how it is. Because if you come here and don't succeed, it will be, you see these people from shithole countries. That's what you'll be told about. And it's true. Because you come here, you just end up taking picture of subway, picture in the plane, picture whatever, you put a location, I'm in Miami Beach. So what if you're in Miami Beach? So we want the people to come here and succeed. We want people to come here and represent entire Africa. Just like how we see people from India when they come in America. Indians, when they're here, CEO of Google, CEO of this one, director of programs, director of whatever, Silicon Valley. Those are the good things we see when these people are doing. And there are good examples. And even as Africans, we have to know, to learn from West Africans. There is a difference between East Africans and West Africans. But number one, we have to learn from the best from other Africans. There are so many Africans who are here, they have done very fantastic jobs. But if you are here, make sure you are also a bridge for others. I guarantee you, if you win a green card lottery, you come here, you might have a very quicker success than a person who has been here 5 years. It is easier. So there are people who are still jealous of you because you are the winner of the green card. That means you come here, they say you have easy path. While for them, maybe it took them 5 years, or 7 years, or 10 years. So you have to choose your friend wisely. Find the Africans who are there to give you a proper guidance. Not everyone, because you eat together the fufu, you eat together the ugali, you eat together the jollof, you eat together pilau, rice, whatever, chapati, samosa. It doesn't matter. What you need is just to be there find people who are able to give you any particular support you needed. So that is the fire station. Behind the fire station is the police. So where I live is very close to all these kind of things. So you have to find a safe neighborhood. Don't come here and start crying, oh, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, all lives matter. So what you need to come here, find people who can add value. Not every African should be your friend just because you are all Africans. No. Are they there to destroy your life? Are they there to support you? Even like to be host or someone to use the address, you have to find a trustworthy person to use your address. Remember, your social security number will be sent there. I have one example. There is one Tanzanian family, husband and wife, 23 kids. They were hosted by one person in America. The person during the COVID decided to take their social security number because they were sent there and used it on the COVID that all these are their dependents, whatever, because they stay with them. So took their money. That's the problem. So not everybody, just because it's African, will be there for you. You come here, be careful. You come here with a green card. You have all the chances. You have all the ways you need to succeed. So that's where I'm going is the park. You can go there and do some exercise, whatever you want. You can go there and do whatever you want. There are no people. There are all the, I'll show you the soccer field and everything is there. So, before checking the results, start figuring out why you want to come to America so bad. Yes, you might see, oh, if I go to America, I'll see the grasses like this one. You are not going to eat these grasses. You are not. You're not coming here just to own a car. It's more than that. More than that. So we want to see you come to these countries, be able to dominate. Come here with the mindset that I'm coming here to be at the top. I made a video a couple of days ago and I posted there that I lost a job because of the COVID, but I was already given the contract and I signed the contract to be paid $106,000 per year. That is before they pay for my housing. They pay for school for each child up to $20,000. They are going to give me someone to, I mean, they are paying for utilities, electricity, cooking gas. They are going to pay for everything at my house except my phone bill and my food. But those are the ways we want people, but I didn't get because later, with the COVID to be extended, they canceled the job. But the point is we want people to come here to know how you can become diplomat. Do you know these consulars? When you go to the US Embassy, do you know their education, most of them? Do you know the qualification to become a consular officer? Simple. You need to have high school education. You need to be 21 years old. And take the diplomatic test. There's an exam you have to take. It is in February, it's in May, it is in October each year. If you pass that test, you go to the interview, you pass the interview, you become consular officer. They get paid a lot with the diplomatic immunity. So don't come here just to think that I'm going to work into these warehouses for the rest of my life. Yes, you work with the warehouse. Yes, you're going to work on Walmart. Yes, you're going to work on these odd jobs, cleaning, whatever. But that is a start. But that should not be forever. Yes, you compare, okay, right now I get paid maybe $500, whatever my job. I work on these normal jobs, I get $3,000. But if you assume you just come to America to do the normal jobs, you get $3,000, what if you increase your work experience? What if you get a certain certification required? How much will you get paid? So don't settle. Don't settle. Here, you are allowed to be leaving any job within a minute. You can say, from today, I don't want to work for this particular position. You give them the email, that's all. There is no punishment on that. It's called contract at will. They can fire you at any minute. You can quit at any minute you want. There is no bad ill intention, whatever. So, what are you going to do in America? Write down your goals. And your goals should be bigger. Your goals should not be just to go to work warehouse forever. To be CNA forever. Yes, we'll be CNA. Certified nursing assistant. Just for a short time. Go to become a registered nurse. Go and become a supervisor there. Become a manager. So this is the park where you can just go. So things are very interesting. I usually do some joking that when you come to America, for instance, what happens is this one. At the port of entry, the day you are entering in America, sometimes you find out your dreams are not important anymore. You get caught with this nonsense. Don't forget who you are. Never. Where you are is giving you extra energy. Don't lose your identity just because you want to fit in. Yes, you want to fit in, but not to the extent of losing yourself. Don't lose yourself. Don't try to become more Black American than they are Black Americans. You are African. You are not African American. There are two different things. There is the African American and there is African African. African American are Puff Daddy, Snoop Dogg. They have never been in Africa in their life. They do not know whatever they can take their DNA. Oh, I have 2% in Ghana, I have 2% in Congo. Who cares if you're 2%? They are not a full African. They are African American. Let me know. Sorry. There was a problem with my, someone was calling me, so it affected my camera and everything. So sorry. Yeah. So this is the park where you can come with your family. Try to use the free stuff, free opportunities, free things. So those are some of the things we make sure that we come here. As I was saying, there is a big difference between African American and African African. You come here, you are African African. No matter what, no matter how many years you stay here, you are African African. You are African from origin, from the motherland, from Africa, hardcore one. So you are not. You are supposed to be different from African American. So for that particular case, don't lose that. Don't come here and pretend to be black more than black Americans. No. If you want to do some barbecue, there is a place to do barbecue there. So how many hours left to the interview? I mean, to the results. For the hours in New York, right now at my time is 7:32. If you go to the Eastern Standard Time, which is East Coast time, is 8:32. So we have 3 hours and some few minutes left to go for the results of the diversity visa lottery. So if we check the results now, the results are not available. So like someone says, I'm putting the right number, but they say it is invalid. Why? It is invalid because the results are not out yet. The results are not out. The results will be out in 3 hours from now. If you're from East Africa, it will be 7 p.m. If you're using Central African time, it will be 6 p.m. If you're in Ghana and other countries, it will be 4 p.m. Your Cameroon, 5 p.m. So if we check the results now, the results are not posted yet. The results will be out, but not now. You have to make sure that when the results are out, you are going to check them. If you have lost your confirmation number, you have to wait until the results are out to retrieve your confirmation number. You can be able to get your confirmation number if you have lost once the results are out. Instead of checking the results at that time, you'll be able to click and check or to retrieve your confirmation number. But you cannot retrieve the confirmation number until the results are out. So that, as I said, that is a fire station over there, and behind here is a police station. So fire station and police station, they're just close by. Behind this kind of big cell tower, that is police station. I can go and show you on the other side. So before you check the results, start figuring out, envisioning what your life would be if it happens that you are the winner. What your life would be if you come to the United States of America. What will you do if you win and come to America? Those are the things you need to make sure that you pay attention to. What are you planning to do? What is your goal? What do you want to achieve? Why do you want to come to the United States of America? Those are the things which are very, very crucial to be able to do those. Don't come here just for the show off. Come here to make sure that you are coming here to be able to succeed. It's a long process, but with the right information, you'll be able to succeed. So those are the things I want to make sure that you understand very, very well. As I've been saying, winning green card is one thing, coming to America is another thing. Succeeding in America is a completely ball game. You can be able to succeed as long as you have a right information. You have a right way on being able to do that. So behind me is the police station. So where I live, I can walk 10 minutes. I'm at the police station. 20 minutes, I'm at the fire station. So that's why the value of the homes, depending on those kind of things. I walk just like a few minutes, I'm at the park. If I walk another 10 minutes, I'm at the warehouses, the big warehouses, they are here. If I walk that way, I can go to Walmart. I can go to Target. So those are the things you need to know where you are going to find a place to stay or the city you are going to live. So we have those kind of things, getting ready for the results. But this is beyond the normal comprehensions of how we'll be able to do these kind of things. Some people are asking questions. I have a problem with my phone to check, so I'm using the other phone to read some of the comments. What is second 2NL? So that I'm reading my comments here because I cannot do the here on my it's just needing to work. I'm thankful I came with both my phones. So someone is asking, which state is this one? This is Missouri, United States of America. It is at exactly the center of the United States of America. So what is the second notification letter? 2NL. First of all, when the results are out, what you're going to see is what we call the first notification letter, the selection letter that you have been randomly selected for the diversity visa lottery. That first notification letter, it will have the case number. The case number is the one is going to determine when you will be called for the interview. That is one thing. So the second notification letter is the letter you will be given 6 weeks before your interview. Is the letter to notify you when your interview is going to be scheduled. That is the second notification letter. So I want to show you that all these places you come to do some whatever. So if you want to play basketball, tennis, you want to play soccer, everything is here and it is free to come to access these resources. But over on that building, there is a swimming pool inside, there is a gym, there is other facilities. That one is a membership based. But basically, yeah. So you see, everything is close by. So the issue of passport. The DV 2024 didn't have the passport requirement in order to apply. But if you win the DV lottery, you will be required to have a passport in order to fill the visa form, the DSC 260. You will not be able to be given the visa without having a valid passport. a passport which has at least 6 months before expiration date. Yes, the results will be 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3 hours from now. 3 hours from now, we are going to see the results. Another question from Katongole Michael. It says, I don't understand with saying that passports are no longer needed. Does it mean that if you win and ready to apply for the DS260, want to be asked the passport? No. When we say passport not required, is passport not required in the application of the DV lottery. Remember, the original time you used to apply without requirement for the passport. Then for the 2-3 years ago, they required the passport. You must have the valid passport to apply the DV lottery. So they don't allow to have a passport. Now it's not required. But once you win, they cannot put a visa in your hand. The visa must be stamped on the passport. So you'll be required to have a passport. So passport is required after winning, not before winning. I don't have documentation for my first employer. Should I leave them out when filling the DS260? No, you can put them there. Remember, they want just 2 years of qualifying work experience. So you can put all, but you need to have at least the one will prove at least 2 years in those 5 years. Don't leave them out, just add them. And the documentations needed might vary. Documentation can be a contract. Documentation can be a letter to, just like recommendation letter, like this is endorsement letter. This is Ernest Makulilo, has been working in our company for the past 7 years as a product manager. And in this job, requires at least 3 years of work experience, which he had, and we gave 6 months or 1 year of on-job training. And these are the responsibilities this person is carrying out. So that is what we are going to do. So you can have a letter. Can one fill the DS260 right after the results are released? Yes, you can fill that. But don't rush to fill the DS260 while you don't have everything. Don't rush. There is no competition that if you fill the DS260 today, you are going to be the first one to be called for the visa interview. Remember, the visa interviews are scheduled based on the case number. So your case number is 18,000. Why are you rushing to fill the form today? You are filling the form today and tomorrow you're coming to find out, oh, I forgot I didn't put the correct work experience. Do you know how to put the correct work experience there? No. So why are you going to take the chance? It is better to delay a week, a month, but you put everything correctly than the stress of not putting the correct applications and then you are going to be denied the visa because of the things which are avoidable. If I win with my family, should I fill one form or separate form? The DS260 is one in terms of one case number to log in. But once you log in, you'll put separate applications. You'll put you as a main applicant. You'll put your spouse as a company member. You'll put your children. So each person, if they are coming with you in America, they will have a separate DS260 within the DS260 of the main applicant. You add them there. That's why even my service to help people to fill the DS260 is for the entire family. Meaning, if you win the green card lottery, you want my service. What is my service? My service is like as follows. My service, I will be able to help people to be able to have a package of $250. That means I will review your qualifications. I will go back to see if you had the correct way of filling that form. I'm going to look at the documents which you have. After evaluating all of those kind of things, I'm going to fill out the visa form for you. I'll fill out the visa form for you. After filling the visa form out for you, I will prepare a personalized guide. You and your wife, or wife and your husband, I will prepare a personalized guide on how you can start your life based on your qualifications, based on the state where you are going, a blueprint which will be able to succeed. And once you come in America, I will also continue to guide you for 1 year, mentorship for $250. And the DS260 what I'm going to feel is if you are alone, you will be alone. If you have a family, is part of the 250. Doesn't matter how many members you have in your family. So, will you be able to take that service of 250? That is the service I will be able to do for the DV winners. Whether you are the winner in America or you are the winner outside of America, I'll be able to guide you on that particular way. So that is the service I'll be able to do. So type there if you like that service. If you want that service, if you win, you can go to my website, ebmscholars.com. On the website, ebmscholars.com, you'll be able to see that one, and you can be able to pay for that service. I know that some people might not have the 250, but email me first, and we can have 2 payment plans. You pay half at the beginning and half at the end of the May. We can be able to continue with the process. I see a lot of yes, sir, yes, 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 yes. I see someone is still asking, the invalid confirmation number is what I'm receiving now. It is invalid because the DV lottery results for 2024 are not out until 3 hours from now. The results are not out. So if you enter now, it's invalid. So yeah, the results are not out. Yes. I see Oye from Rwanda. I see yes. I'm going to win today from Kenneth in Jesus' name. So I just read them here. Okay, let's see. What other question, what other comment? At noon, you have to check the results. People who have invalid confirmation number. That's from Lakai, which is very good. During the interview, are children interviewed? No. But they must be there. The interview is for the main applicant. Sometimes they can ask you a question to a child. It's not like an interview. They might ask you, so what do you want to play? What kind of games do you like if it's 5 years old? I also to go to America, but that is not going to affect anything. So these are various soccer field. You can be able to see them. There are so many, but today they are not playing because of the weather. So there are so many usually here every weekend. The city here, Kansas City, where I live, we are going to host one of the World Cup. So among the cities with the World Cup, Kansas City is one among. So the issue of soccer now is getting very, very high priority in this city or in this state, whatever. Yeah. So if you believe you're going to be the winner, I see someone say the audio is not clear. I think it's because I was a little bit depressed where there is noise. If you believe you are going to be the winner, right? I believe I'm going to be the winner. I believe I'm going to be the winner today. Who believes is going to be the winner? Remember, this is the game of everyone. It's the lottery, randomly selection. As long as your photo is correctly, as long as you didn't apply more than once, you applied it correctly without any problem, you have the chance like any other person. There is no a trick that if you apply, you fill the form at midnight, you are going to win. If you fill the form on Saturday at 12 a.m., you are going to win. No, there is no that trick. It doesn't matter whether someone who is filling the application for you was in the United States. Doesn't matter whether he's outside the United States. The location of the person filling the form has nothing to do with you winning. Has nothing to do. Your education level, whether your PhD, has nothing to do with you on winning. Whether you entered up in a primary school has nothing to do. Whether you have work experience of 50 years has nothing to do in the selection process. But once the selection is done, those are the things you go to play part. I see Okaka says, I believe I'm going to be the winner. I see from Susan says, I'm going to be the winner. Irene and Shea from Germany say, I'm lucky winner. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to win from Chief K. Life is fun. He say, I love your dedication to work. Please, if I apply for the DV lottery with my wife, 2 entries and wins, and I don't, can I come to US first and then she comes later? Yes. I see from Chusex, it says, churches, whatever. Say, I'm going to be the winner. Please, I'm in Ghana. When can I check the results? You are going to check the results if you're in Ghana at 4 p.m., which is 3 hours from now. So we'll see. Midred Auma. I believe I'm going to be the winner. Stephen says, I believe I'm going to be the winner of the Division 2024. Absolutely, I believe I'm going to be the winner from New Journey. Is good police is good conduct or police clearance and corona certificate must be filling during the DS260. No, corona information is not needed until you go to the medical. Corona COVID certificate, whatever vaccination is until you are going for the medical. The police clearance is required during the interview, not during the filling of the DS260. What time is it right now? For the time in New York is 8:51. Is 8:51 the time in New York? At my time is 7:51 right now. I'm 35. I'm 35. How is that not too old for me to start checking whatever? on April 28th, there is a family, husband, the age of 58, 55, the woman is 51. They just arrived in America. 35, you are saying you are old? Really? Go and write when Google search, what is the average age of immigrants in America? They'll tell you it's 36. Nowadays, many people come here with a degree, they have already work experience, all those kind of things. So the average age started from 26, now is 36 for people to come to America. 35, you are old. Whoa, who told you that? So if you are old, what is your accomplishment in your country? In Africa, 35, you are still struggling normal life with the normal life. I don't know on your end, but that is the normal, yeah. The Grasses says, EBM, is it impossible to win the lottery if you have 2 years of work experience? To win a green card lottery, there are 2 things to separate. Separation number 1 is to win a green card lottery versus, or to be selected, versus getting the visa. Winning green card lottery, there is no any place, first of all, to write work experience in the DV lottery application. In the DV lottery application, there is only place where you can put work experience, I mean, the education level. Education level and or work experience has nothing to do with you being the winner, has nothing to do with the selection process. It has to do with you after winning to be able to be given the visa. I see someone say, I have won already in Jesus' name. My wife and I are going to be the winner from World Research. Someone is in Sri Lanka, is waiting for the results to be out. Do you need to send all documents after the DS260? No. The documents are required during the visa interview. There are no documents. Even nowadays, the Kentucky Consular Center stopped the plan of continually asking the documents in advance. The documents will be submitting them to the US Embassy when you go for the visa interview. Hi, I'm in Kenya. I win, inshallah. That is from Football HQ. Daniel Juma, I'm just waiting for the time for the results. US Embassy in Ankara is not giving interview, give comment. Some of the embassies might be delaying, or depending on the load of the people or the workload, whatever the staffing. You can find your way. You can find your way. Sometimes you can do like this way. You go to find the interview location of the neighboring country, and you can do that. You are in Dubai. When can you check the results? I think Dubai and East Africa have the same time zone. So if Dubai, I'm not so sure, but if Dubai has the same time as Qatar, it will be the same time zone with Tanzania and Kenya and Uganda. So it will be at 7 p.m. I see people from Tanzania, from Shabani Muhammad, Sheme Honore, winner from Rwanda. Last year, I did my live stream from Kigali. So it was May 5, if not mistaken, whatever, last year. So I did my live stream from Kigali, Rwanda. It was very interesting. The internet was not great. The lighting, it was so dark. It was very interesting last year. Okay, I'm from Gambia. When can I check the results? Ethiopia is the same time zone as in Kenya, so it will be 7 p.m. If I win the V lottery today, my success will be attributed to your videos. Big up EBM. Wow, this is a good message from Vincent to Marema. Wow. Momima Nursen say much love. Someone, Mori say, I'm panicking. Oh my God. Don't panic. Remember, First of all, is to have the belief you are going to be the winner. That's number one belief. No matter what, you have to have that belief that you are going to be the winner of the Diversity Visa Lottery DV 2024. How many times have you applied the DV Lottery? This DV 2024 is how many times? Is this your first time? Is it your second time? Is it your third time? Please type down there, how many times have you applied for the DV Lottery? There are some people who are already winners, waiting for the interview, or they have the visas already, but they applied. And this is what I tell people. Even if you win the DV Lottery, please still apply. You never know what will happen. You never know what is going to happen. How many times? I see 33 times, first time. Majority of people at least see my second time, first time, my second time. I know there are some people who have won for the first time. There are people who have won for the second time. There are some people they won for their sixth time. There are some people who have won on their 10th time. So no matter how many times you have applied, first time, 15 times from Jonathan Mutawe. This will be your year. Man, I'll be happy for you to hear, to know that one. First time, but my wife is second time. 10th time from Ahmed Abbas Jah. Third time, I see. What research says, this is my first time, but my wife is second time. So no matter how many times you apply, please don't lose hope. I did the interview from someone from Rwanda who won on the 10th time. There are some people who have won on their first try. But remember, each year, it's a fresh start. But usually tell people, apply and also start to look for other means, other ways, other opportunities, other pathways beyond the green card lottery. And some of the ways, it might take extra 1-2 years. But don't stop applying for the green card lottery. Never stop. Second time. What time will that be in South Africa? It will be at 6 p.m. in South Africa. Someone from Tanzania, Jonas, this says this is the first time applying. Third time, and he say I'm going to be a lucky winner from Ferdinand. Wycliffe, first time from Kenya. Second time after 8 years, Agba. No matter what, please, like Agba, because you applied maybe the first time, the second time, then you can stop 8 years. You never know all those 8 times, 8 years, you could be the winner. You never know. So please, one of the advice is keep applying no matter what. Each year, take your 10 minutes, 15 minutes, apply for the DV Lottery. You never know what is your luck. It will be 4 p.m. Somewhere, 4 p.m. in Ghana. Rita Jose or Jos, whatever, second time to apply for the DV Lottery. First time from Masiva. So those are the ways, like keep applying. Sharon, first time. Try 5, second time from Tanzania, and I'm winning this time. So this is the police, the fire station. That's the fire station. Behind it is a police. What I'm going to do is not illegal. It's just I'm going to cross crazy here. I have to cross quick. There is a car coming. This is called jaywalking, which technically is another ticket. Fine for that. In Kenya, it will be at 7 p.m. We have exactly 3 hours left from now. So sorry, I came with my umbrella just in case if it is going to rain, because it has been raining. I see Nune Kade from Uganda say, I'll keep applying until I win. That's the spirit you want to see. This is the first time from Ghana. Ethiopia time is the same time as in Kenya. Up to now, 3 hours exactly left. 3 hours remained for the diversity visa lottery results, the V2024, to be out. So you see how close these are. That is the fire station, and that is the police station over there. They're just close by. That's the fire station. So let's see other questions. I learned this from my girlfriend. We are in UAE. Someone Tanzania, first time. I'll come to visit you, EBM, if I win. Ferdinand, welcome to Belton, Missouri. That is where I am, the headquarters of EBM Scholars. I'll be happy to meet you if you win. What time is in Qatar? Qatar is the same time as in East Africa. It will be 7 p.m. Second time applying, but living in Uganda is from Somalia. Noon, Ked. So all these are very nice neighborhood where we live around. So there are no cars around here because it is weekend. So these are homes, and then when we go there a little bit further, those are apartments. Over there, I'm going to show you the apartments. Police station is there. That's the police station. Fourth time, Daily Football says this is our motivator. First time, Barrick, USA. So Missouri and Kansas, I know some people get confused. Where I live in a place where it's Kansas City, Missouri. They are in the same area. Meaning, we live in what we call the state line. From where I live to downtown, which is Kansas City, is 30 minutes. That's number one. And again, the downtown is the same. But people in Missouri, they call Kansas City, Missouri, and the people in Kansas, they call Kansas City, Kansas. But it's the same downtown. They share the same downtown. The same downtown, each place they call is their own downtown. So it's very crazy. For instance, my office where I was working before I started doing my full time, the building was in Kansas, the parking is in Missouri. It was very interesting. What time should I check the results in Ghana? First time in Cameroon. John Lukusam. Jessica Odoma applying for the first time in Ghana. Oh, is the second time in Ghana? Ghana will be at 4. Just remember, add 3 hours from now. Or 2 hours and 56 minutes to be exact. So that is the police I was talking about. Okay, what other question do you have here? Is COVID vaccine still a requirement? Yes, it is still a requirement. So these are apartments. I came here to ask one day. They said here 3-bedroom is 1,600. But the problem was you need to have a credit score of a certain number, and you need to have a proof of employment or proof of income So that is the problem if you're brand new to get into these apartments. But they are very nice apartments. Someone is applying for the first time. What is she saying? My wife and I will come to visit you once we win. Welcome to Missouri. What can cause disqualification in the medical examination? In the medical examination, the things which can cause you to be disqualified are as follows. Number one, drug use. If you're a drug addict, that will be a problem. Number two is a proven mental health, which showed that you have all the signs and you have ever tempted or whatever to do some sort of mass problems, like taking and stabbing people with a knife or causing death of people. So they are protecting. If you come here, you can cause a problem. But to have a mental health is not a problem, mental problem, like kind of that. But the problem is if it has been proven, it has that kind of effect. Then, if you have tuberculosis, they are not going to deny you, but they'll tell you to have to treat that tuberculosis and get it treated before you come to America. So those are the things. But obviously, I haven't seen someone fail medical per se. There is one was told to just go and do the treatment with someone from Sierra Leone. But remember, when you go for the medical, ask the physician to do the x-ray. The problem, if they do the other test, it will show that you have tuberculosis because you have a vaccination for tuberculosis while you were a child. So it will still show that you have reaction to that. Call. Sorry, someone is calling me while I'm on live. I cannot pick up the phone. What time the results will be available? Just know that the results will be out 3 hours from now. Or to be exact, will be 2 hours. 2 hours and how many minutes? 52 minutes. So those are the apartments I was talking about. You can see around. So there is older neighborhood and the newer neighborhood. Okay. Frankie saying, Mukete, I believe I'm going to be the winner and I'll come to see you once I reach there from Cameroon. So I'll be 20 years old on August. Okay, I don't know. The comment went away. I cannot see it anymore. I'll be accepted to win. Yes. Even if you are 18, you can come as long as you prove that you have high school education or 2 years of qualifying work experience. This is another way of going back home where I live. Is there any firm that can support you with the host and pay for on installments? I'm not so sure about paying the installments. I'm not so sure about that. But usually we pay on a monthly basis. Which are the most expensive states? Obviously, Hawaii, New York. We usually don't mention anymore about Alaska, but Alaska is also expensive. DC, Maryland, Virginia. Illinois, depending, Chicago City is more expensive than any other parts. Even New York, if you are in Manhattan, in the other neighboring area. But if you go to upstate New York, outside the New York, a little bit further, it's not that expensive. So what are the chances of each country to win? Just to know that each overall Africa is average. In every 154 people, one is going to be the winner, is Africa. And individual country depends, but that depends on how many people applied that year and how many people have won. There are countries you can have 1 in 40 people, another one in 80, or 1 in 75 people. One person is going to win out of 75, 1 in 150, but the average is 1 in every 154 people. One is going to be the winner from Africa. Africa is the one with so many winners. Africa is the one with so many people are given the V visas than any other continent. And no matter where you are, even if you are in Europe, even if you are in Asia, even if you are wherever you are in US, if you are born in any country in Africa, your case number will say AF. So don't get surprised when that happens. Tracy say, I'm winning this time and I want to live there, same neighborhood as EBM. Welcome to Belton. Afikov Lot to say, EBM, please keep my name. We will come for an interview. Don't worry. Barbara's critical analysis say, my second time in Cameroon, but this time I'm going to win it. If denied F1 visa, does that affect me if you win? No, it does not affect you. Losing or not being denied the other type of visa has nothing to do with another visa, especially this one, unless otherwise you are denied it because of the criminal conduct. But I know most of the time you are denied the student visa because they say maybe you don't prove the ties to your country, you might not be able to come back. But the DV visa is is immigrant visa. You are coming to the United States to stay here on a permanent basis. So that is a different ball game, different completely. I usually say there are two types of visas according to the US government or US immigration. Number one, there is what we call non-immigrant visas. Non-immigrant visas are the visas which you apply when you come to the United States, you are coming to stay on the temporary basis. That is called the non-immigrant, meaning you are promising to the US Embassy that I'm going to the United States to study. After finishing, I'm coming back. I'm going to the United States for the conference. After the conference, I'm coming back. I'm going to the United States for the birthday or holiday. After that holiday, I'm coming back. You are promising, I'm going there for a work. I finish, then I come back. That is a non-immigrant visa. You have to prove that with the ties in your country, you will be coming back. You are not intending to become immigrant in America. And how do we define immigrant according to the US immigration law? We are defining immigrant as a person who is a permanent resident. So because you are non-immigrant, you are not intended to be immigrant, you have to prove ties and reasons why you'll be going back to your home country. But if you win green card lottery, you are going to apply immigrant visa, meaning you are coming to stay in America on a permanent basis. So the reasons to be given that visa are different from other non-immigrant visa. They don't care about ties to your country because you have won, they know you are coming to be permanent here. So what you need to prove is the education level or work experience or both in order to be able to come to America on a permanent basis. They are never going to ask you a question. How are you going to, will you come back to your country? There is no that question. And I say over and over, green card lottery visa interview is one of the easiest visa interview you will ever have in your life. And it's the very shortest one because what they need is to prove you are the winner, to prove that you have the work experience and you are not a criminal of that nature, and you will be given the visa. So if you prove those kind of things, you are good to go. They don't care if you have money in the bank or don't have money in the bank. So that is the reason. Ghana will be, wherever you are, just remember, 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and 45 minutes from now is when the regulatory results will be out. 2 hours from now, 2 hours and 45 minutes, results will be out. EBM, how much do you charge for your address to be included on the DSC 260? Remember, if you include it, doesn't mean that you're coming to stay at my house. That's number one. But if I want to, for me, I charge you $250 to, I will fill the DS260 for you. You can use my address, but you're not going to sleep in my house. No. When the card comes, wherever you are, I'll send that card to you. EBM, my mother prayed for everyone to win. Just had a prayer with her while holding her hands. All the best to everyone. Eric Kamanzi. That is something very, very good. Everyone you hear from Eric Kamanzi's mother, you have her blessings. You have that everybody to have the opportunity to be the winner. And that's how you succeed in life. You put God first. And when you pray, don't pray, I want me to win and everybody to lose. No. Pray for everyone. If you are not the winner, another person will be the winner. That person is going to win, might be your host one day. You never know. Just a quick question. How many people selected from Fiji? Right now, on the top of my head, I don't know exactly how many. So that will be a different, until I'm on my computer. I cannot know. The results are not out yet. 2 hours and 44 minutes from now, the results will be out. Life is fun. Say, you always put a smile on my face. Thanks for everything I lost last year, but no more losses. This year around, it is a sealed victory from above. Amen to that. Amen, amen to that. So now the sun is coming out. 2 streets from here, I'll be at home. Here, there used to be a house someone bought. And when you have money, no problem at all. So this is Belton. I have a question. Do you need to provide scanned documents with the DS260 or wait until it processes? You don't submit any documentation. Even the photo is not allowed on the DS260. You submit the documents on the day of the interview. But what you're writing in the DS260, make sure you have the documentations when you go to the interview, because they'll reflect the questions from the DS260. They'll require documentation to correspond, to relate to what you have in your DS260. EBM, please. We'll be going for F1 visa interview in July. If I get the visa, don't go because of me winning the DV lottery. Will that affect my? Will that after my DV interview? The DV interviews is going to start in October 1st, and that is for the people with a very small case number. Oh, don't call people. I'm now live. I've been live here since midnight, and now on my time is 8. So how many hours? I've been live for 8 hours, 2 hours, 2 minutes break, 2 hours break. Now I'm going to take one break and come for the final round, the DV lottery round. That's what I have to be on my computer so that I can be able to show you things on the computer, not just talking from vacuum, whatever it is. Let me go through another street. My street is another one. Here is very common to see people have flags at their house. It's one of the way of showing patriotism, and is allowed to have the flag in front of your house. You don't need to be government official to have the American flag. That's normal. Kagbo say, I really like your environment. When is the most likely to be the first very interview? It will be on October 1st. I don't know whether October 1st is the weekend or. So here, if someone says doing gardening, that is gardening, that one. Like you're preparing your garden. Because now the snow, winter is over, it's springtime. That's why you see all these trees. But 3 weeks ago, there are no green, whatever, there are no leaves. no flowers. So it was a little bit different. Hi EBM from BC say, hi EBM, in case someone wins and he or she is outside the country of birth, says African and now is in Europe, can such a person issue an appointment at the US Embassy in the country where they live? Yes. You can process everything from the country where you are. You don't need to go to your home country. You go to your home country if you want to do interview in your home country. EBM, by looking at the case number, can you know? I think you were asking, by looking at the case number, can you know when the interview might be? Yes, you can be able to project. If someone has a small case number, maybe 1 to 2,000, 3,000, that will be interview in October. Then maybe from 3,000 to 5,000, 6,000 might be in November. Up to 10, 12,000 might be in October, by December. January might be up to 15,000. So you can be able to predict. That's why one of the importance of the case number is to determine when the interview might be. EBM, please, will be going for my F1. I've already answered that one. That one, yeah. EBM, is it okay if I pass it 2 months before filling the DS260 after winning? Yes, there is no problem with that. So, for instance, the husband and wife who are around right now, they are in the US. They arrived here on when? They arrived here on April 28th. They're Tanzanians. They filled their DS260. When was that? I filled the DS260 was in when? Because just wait. I feel that DS260. I think it was on September, something like that. September before October. That's what I remember. And their interview was in March. They came in this time. There are some people I feel their DS260 in November, end of November. Their interview is May 18. So yes, you can wait for 2 months as long as you are gathering all the documentation. So let me show another neighborhood, another street, whatever it is. This house was sold in, these two houses were sold in last year. Yeah, so to have a nice car here is a normal thing. Majority of people are using loan. Few people are doing that one. So when we say mailing address, I posted a video about the importance of mailing address. The mailing address is just these boxes, what we are talking about. Where you get a mail, you get a postal letter. So their mail, you get a postal, but that is a physical home address. Those are mailing address. Please, what is the age limit to join the US Army? I'll be 28 years old. Army and the Navy is 35 years old. The age to join the US Army or Navy 35. Air Force is 37. Marines is 29, if not mistaken. Trice5 say, what if someone does not have a host willing to pay 250 for DS260 and have no place to stay? How is that going to be? Is from Tanzania. So as I said, I'm not going to be your host. If you want to use my address just for the matter of host, but not living in my house, I have no problem. Where you're going to live, that is your problem. But I have a service to find later, but that's why I haven't determined to help someone with apartment. That is something else. But this, the service of 250 is not a host. You cannot go and live with someone like apartment was just for 250. No. Apartment, we're talking about 1,000 per month, 1,500. That's what we're talking about. So yes, until this October, December, I'll have apartments where people will be coming to stay in those apartments. But that will be different service. It's not about 250. 250 is for me to do a review of the documentations, to go and fill the visa form for you, to prepare for the interview and guide you to come to America and be able to succeed. But if you want the place to stay, I have to rent a house like that one, and people come to stay there for at least 1 month to 3 months maximum, and you move to your own apartment. What if we get married with my fiance after filling the DS260? Will it be eligible? First of all, if you plan to get married first before you fill the DS260. Don't rush to fill the DS260 while you know you are planning to get married. Because if you fill the DS260 and you've already unlocked, you have to ask KCC to unlock in order to add that information. So this is back to my street. This is where I usually come to for bus stop for my daughter is here, and my son is there. So the service is $250. Will you want that service? For me to review our documentation, to review our qualifications, to review our documents, to go fill the visa form for you, DS260 for you and your family, and give you a guidance how do you come to America and start your life? How do you come here and be able to succeed? Will you pay that $250? If yes, say yes, you need that service. So if you win, you email me that you need that service. And my email is ebm@ebmscholars.com. ebm@ebmscholars.com. That's the email. EBM, you are a star. What time will that be results published on for the V 2024? 2 hours and 33 minutes from now, that will be the results time. I'm looking here. I have my countdown here. I'm in Denmark. Will I have a better chance? The location of where you are does not give you an added advantage over any other applicant. So whether you're in Denmark, but are you Danish? Were you born in Denmark? You can be in Denmark, but you're from maybe Tanzania. So you'll be like any other African competing together. If you are Danish, born in Denmark, you are competing with other European applicants, and your case number will be EU. So even if you take the citizenship of Denmark, but if you are born in Tanzania or in Kenya or in Ghana or in Somalia or in Angola, remember you still have the AF case number, regardless where all your citizenship is. The V lottery doesn't care your citizenship; it cares where you were born. Was connecting. Sorry, because I was coming back home, so now it's connecting with my Wi-Fi at home. So because I'm at home, so let me give you a quick tour at the back before I end this one. So this is my house. As I said, the way I bought it is because I was able to join the military. For that particular case, I was able to get that kind of, yeah. So I haven't cut my grass, so please don't talk too much about it. So that is the backyard over there, and this is the window of my office. My office is downstairs, so it's just underneath this building, underneath the house. So that is one window of my office, and another window is that one. So underneath is where my office is. And that is the living room over there. And the rooms are there on the other side. So if you want to know how you can be able to succeed, how you can be able to buy a house very quickly, how you can maintain your credit score, how you can start funding retirement, those are the things I'll be able to guide you with a package of $250. So those are the things I want to make sure we are all together. Can I change the level of education from US260 from the initial one of the interest in October? Yes, you can do that. As long as now you have the correct educational level, you can put that one. Thank you very much for your support and the courage you are giving me. I pray that God see me through this. I believe I'm already the winner. In Jesus' name, amen to that. I'm from Gambia, West Africa, but we don't have ambassador here. Can I make interview in Freetown? Yes, you can. You can do that. So we have 2 hours and 30 minutes left for the developer results to be out. Are you ready? Are you ready? Is there any possibility of going to interview in Nairobi? May change for Ugandans. So is that done in Kampala? No, they are not going to do that at the moment. Still, all the immigrant visa, whether you are married to a US citizen or fiancé visa, you have to do in Kenya. I don't know why they do that. Please, is the rent paid yearly or here rent is paid on a monthly basis? Nobody can afford it to pay yearly like in Africa. How they do that? It's craziness. Good luck, everyone. Are you ready to be the winner of the diversity visa lottery? What number does the case number start from? Start from 001 up to whatever number it is. So I remember last year 0001 AF in Africa was someone from Algeria. Jama say, you have a lot of passion for us and you are not forgotten your roots, Mr. EBM. Thank you so much. That's what I usually tell people, no matter where you are, don't forget who you are. Don't come here thinking that you are Black American. No, you are African. African is a vastly different ball game, different breed from African American. So don't come here and pretend you are just like 50 Cent. You are not 50 Cent. You are just African. Yes, I know accent might change if you want to change, but don't try to be yo. You know what I'm saying? You start wearing the trousers like Black American. Don't do that craziness. There are so much smart people in Black community. Find those people, be friends with them. But don't just go to everyone because it's in America to be your friend. That's what I'm insisting over and over, because you might end up in trouble. Not just because someone is immigrant like you should be your friend. No. Does that person add value to you? If it doesn't add value, leave that person alone. Stay away from them. What is DS260? DS260 is the visa form for immigrant. Is when you win, you apply for the visa application form. That's the DS260. It's a very comprehensive form which is going to determine whether you'll be given the visa or not. I'm still waiting for my passport. Now, how long can I wait before finding the DS260? It will depend on your case number. If your case number is maybe 25,000, you don't need to rush. Just wait for that one. You can start filling, but don't submit. Because if you submit, still you have to ask to unlock. Someone say, yeah, people want to be like 50 Cent. Okay, so thank you so much, each and everyone. I'm going to end this live. I'm going to have tea now, and then I'm coming live after 30 minutes. It will be back to back, my man. Back to back. We played as couple, but not married. What is your advice? Couple means you are married. Boyfriend and girlfriend is not a relationship. That means you lied there that you are married. There is no couple. It's either you are married or you are unmarried. So if you win, get the service of 250. I will help you to fill the DS260 correctly. So those are the things I want to make sure that, yeah. So back-to-back videos. I'm going to have breakfast. Then I'm coming here. I've been back-to-back since night. I haven't slept. I'm not sleeping today. So the last question is, make sure if you win, you get the service, that one. But one last thing before I leave. Have you downloaded the EBM Scholars app? Remember, EBM Scholars has an app. Have you downloaded the EBM Scholars app on your Google Play? Make sure you download that app. That app will be going to have a lot of opportunities beyond the green card lottery. Download that app on your Google app to a Google Play Store today. And for the people with iPhone, in 15 days, iPhone app or iOS app will be there. So go right now and download the EBM Scholars app on your Android phone, Google Play Store. Download now, because your subscription on the app is what is going to keep me going. Is going what to make sure I'm traveling. For instance, this by May 20, I'll be in Tanzania. June, I'll be in Kenya. October, I'll be in Ghana. And probably I haven't made the decision to be in Liberia. And then I'll be going to other countries. So the way you can support me, the way you can be able to help me to travel to different countries, to have public talks, public meetings, meeting you, and making sure that we are going to support one another, giving, because there are certain things we cannot say on the camera, but we'll be able to support one another when I visit in your country. So go and download the app. Have you downloaded the app yet? If I've downloaded the app, say, yes, I've downloaded the app, or I'm going to app today, right after this live stream. Comment over there. Have you downloaded the EBM Scholars app? If no, I don't know what you are waiting for. Make sure you are going to download the app. Someone says you are so excited, EBM full energetic in Nguvu Moja. I see some people have said they have downloaded the app. EBM Scholars app is the app you need to right now on your cell phone. It's going to have, when I talk about summer jobs, it will be there. When I talk about internships, I'll be posting the opportunities in the app. So go there and make sure that you go and download the app. You need to have the EBM Scholars app. That is the app you need to have. It is on Android at the moment. So for that particular case, we are hoping to see so many people getting the what we call the DV lottery selection letter. It will be there very, very soon. And once you come to America, you'll have that card, which is green, meaning you are going to succeed in America. So we want to see who is next to win or to come to the United States of America. But the last thing is you have to know when is the next DV lottery applications. I've already predicted that the DV lottery next application will start on October 4, which will be on Wednesday, until November 7, 2023. That will be there. And remember to check the results. The results will be out in 2 hours and 30 minutes at our website, dvprogram.state.gov. That is where you'll be able to do. So we'll be able to see so many people will be saying, I have won the DV lottery. We want to see many people are the winners of the DV lottery. So get ready for that. Download the app and make sure you are going to be the winner of the Diversity Visa Lottery and have the celebration dance, getting ready to come to the United States of America. As I've been saying, coming to the United States is one thing, succeeding here is another thing. Come here and finding a way to succeed. Come here and finding a way to be able to do that. And the last thing, it is the dream of millions of people around the world to come to the United States of America. Some want to come to the United States just for visiting. Others want to come here to start, get very good education. Others, they want to have professional work experience from the United States of America. While majority want at one point to become permanent residents of the United States and later on become citizens of the United States of America. I was one among those kids around the world, born and raised in Kigoma, a small town in Tanzania, having a big dream that one day I will go to the United States of America, have a life there, start, reach the American dream. Today, I'm here to provide you also a way on how you can reach your dreams. I'm talking to you today as a citizen of the United States of America, but immigrant from Tanzania. Welcome everyone to the new series of Global Opportunities with EBM. Guess what? I'm EBM, Ernest Boniface Makulilo. I'm the one going to give you a good guidance and education on how you can be able to reach your dreams. With the Global Opportunities series, we'll be able to provide information about how you can become a permanent resident of the United States of America through Diversity Visa Lottery or Green Card Lottery. We'll be able to talk about how can you go to the United States or Europe or Australia or New Zealand or Canada through education scholarships. How can you get jobs around the world, either within Africa, outside Africa, within Asia, outside Asia, to come to Europe, go to the United States, go to Canada. How are you going through those processes? We'll be able, in the Global Opportunities series, to talk about how you can be able to start writing books and sell them in the global market, global opportunities, selling them on Amazon, eBay, and everywhere, as long as it's going to better you to be a global citizen. Stay tuned for the Global Opportunity series, and this is EBM Ernest. So, download the app and get a lot of opportunities. Global Opportunities, EBM Scholars. This is the headquarters of opportunities. where you can get the correct information, correct resources for you to be able to go overseas, whether it's United States or other countries around the world. Until next time, final salute and welcome to the United States of America. On behalf of the American people, welcome home. Until next time, I'll be back in 20 minutes to start another live stream. So see you soon. Let me go to my office, get quick tea, and I'll be back.